Viruses are by far the most abundant life forms on the planet, according to scientists' findings. Viruses outnumber stars by 1,000,000 to 1. Viruses also contain the vast majority of the world's genetic diversity. Viruses as a planetary force, influencing global climate and geochemical cycles, is being discovered by scientists.
Defining the concept beauty is possibly the most difficult task in the world. The expression beauty is in the eye of the beholder is well known. The proverb emphasizes how various people have varied perceptions on beauty and how it varies from person to person. Beauty is a broad term that refers to a certain feature that an individual, an animal, a place, or an idea possesses.
Birds use a number of strategies to navigate the flyways year after year after year. When migrating, birds appear to adopt a variety of geopositioning tactics, depending on the weather conditions they experience. These creatures appear to be able to navigate using the Earth's magnetic field, the location of the Sun and stars, odors, and landmarks.
Do something that you are truly enthusiastic about and don't attempt to pursue the hottest trend of the day. If you don't have a lot of passion for what you're doing, any logical person would give up. That's why people say you must have a lot of enthusiasm for what you're doing. It's a tremendous pain in the neck. In addition, you must maintain your efforts for an extended length of time. That means you will give up if you don't enjoy doing it, or if you aren't passionate about it enough to put up the effort.
If countries can specialize in certain goods, they can benefit from economies of scale and lower average cost. This is especially true in the industry with high fixed costs or that require a high level of investment. The benefits of the economy of scale will ultimately lead to lower prices for consumers and greater efficiency for exporting firms.
A recent study has found that a single protein is a key regulator of mouse muscle function as it ages. Muscle strength and endurance in aged animals were boosted by blocking this protein. It's possible that it contributes to human muscular atrophy as we become older. There were fundamental economic and political disagreements between the Soviet Union and United States after the Cold War broke up the brief alliance against Nazi Germany. Vietnam, Indonesia, and the Congo were all still Western possessions in 1947, when the Cold War was just beginning.
How would you feel about riding your bike solo from the United Kingdom to China for months? Pete Jones, a British biker, is used to rough camping and cycling great miles across difficult terrain. Mr. Jones is now travelling across the Eurasian continent from the United Kingdom to China.
Trick-or-treating is a tradition for youngsters on Halloween. In order to hide their identities, they dress up and wear masks. They knock on doors as they go door to door. People say trick or treat when someone opens the door. They're given a piece of candy by the other individual. For gifts, some individuals choose to use pencils, little toys, popcorn, or even apples.
To overcome procrastination, you need to have an understanding of the reasons why you procrastinate and the function procrastination serves in your life. You can't come up with an effective solution if you don't really understand the root of the problem. As with most problems, awareness and self-knowledge are the keys to figuring out how to stop procrastinating. To overcome procrastination, you need to have an understanding of the reasons why you procrastinate and the function procrastination serves in your life. You can't come up with an effective solution if you don't really understand the root of the problem. As with most problems, awareness and self-knowledge are the keys to figuring out how to stop procrastinating.
Researchers have created Smellicopter, an autonomous drone that utilizes a moth's live antenna to find its way around. While flying through space, Smellicopter is able to detect and avoid obstructions.
New nuclear systems are being designed with innovative methods in mind. Through Begin, they're making use of a nuclear fuel cycle, which includes everything from ore extraction to waste management. To ensure that future generations have the potential to develop without endangering the present's requirements, systems are evaluated in terms of their sustainability.
There is a lot of discussion and research going on in the cybersecurity and cryptocurrency fields, and this section tries to emphasize the tremendous potential for criminals to exploit these technologies. The purpose of this section is to recognize previous initiatives to de-anonymize cryptocurrency transactions and to build on those results by demonstrating their applicability in the real world.
Genshitsu Sen, 15th Grand Master of the Urasenki tea school, performs an intricate and elegant Japanese tea ceremony to convey respect via elegance and good manners.
There is nothing new about the idea of moving somewhere that better suits your lifestyle or thinking. Since telecommuting is getting more and more common, and since businesses are increasingly becoming worldwide, the work has gotten much easier. Some individuals protest that in order for the eye to adapt and still be a useful tool to its owner, several changes would have had to have occurred concurrently. However, it is not required to infer this if the adjustments were exceedingly modest and gradual. The European eel is one of Europe's most enigmatic and endangered fish species. Eels may live for thousands of miles and undergo a variety of transformations throughout the course of their lengthy and interesting lives. Their bodies are long and snake-like, with a single pair of tiny fins on each side. They are solitary creatures, and little is known about their early years at sea.
First discovered in 2007, fast radio burst continues to defy explanation. These cosmic chirps last a thousandth of a second. The characteristics of the radio pulses suggested that they came from galaxies billions of light-years away. However, new works point to a much closer origin: flaring stars within our own galaxy.
If a doctor expects a treatment to be successful, a patient may experience less pain and have better outcomes, according to a new study. The findings reveal how social interactions between hypothetical healthcare providers and patients have the power to influence how patients perceive the effectiveness of a treatment, even when it is a placebo.